I've been having a dream. Not the same dream. It changes every time. But there's always a horse. And the horse is always trying to kill me. I know how that sounds. The first time it happened, I woke up and just sat there in the dark for a while. A little shaken, confused, and not yet believing I was safe. And then it happened again and again. Different horse, different situation, same general outcome, my death or the horse got me. I started calling them the murder horse's dreams. And I started noticing something. So here's the thing about these dreams. They didn't come every night. They didn't come on a schedule. Weeks would go by, sometimes months, sometimes longer. Nothing. And then one would show up, just as disturbing as the first, and sometimes with a new escalation of violence. And then when I started paying attention, I noticed they weren't random. They came at specific moments in my life. Divorce, major moves, identity shifts, the moments where, looking back, you can pinpoint exactly where one version of your life ended and another one began. The horse always showed up right at the threshold, not foretelling the future, but amidst the stress and shifting going on in my waking life. No nighttime escapism for me. I don't know what to do with that exactly, but I stopped being able to ignore it. I've been an artist my whole life, and for most of it, I didn't call myself one. It's a strange thing to explain. The skill was always there. People could see it. Sometimes they'd look at something I made and go, "Why aren't you doing something with this?" And I didn't have a clean answer for that. The messy answer is that I'd been told early and often that being an artist on your own terms wasn't a real path, that the dreams I had for myself were statistically unlikely, financially irresponsible, and a little embarrassing to take seriously. So I didn't. I drew, I painted, I kept making things, but quietly, for myself, off to the side. It felt more noble to do something steady yet mediocre and turn my art into a hobby or playtime. There was a moment I was working a regular job and someone found out I could draw. She asked me to do 5 portrait commissions, paid me for them. I asked for pocket change. And when she saw the work, she looked at me like I was out of my mind. Not in a bad way, in a "what are you doing here" way. That stung more than I expected because I didn't have an answer. I just stopped expecting the door to be open, so I stopped trying it. At some point, I started actually sitting with the dreams instead of just shaking them off. And I started wondering, why a horse? Not a monster, not a person, not something obviously threatening. A horse. In dream symbolism, horses are about movement, travel, momentum, the kind of force that doesn't wait for you to be ready. And I thought, what if they weren't trying to kill me? What if they were trying to kill the version of me that refused to move? The one who kept waiting, kept shrinking, kept finding reasons to stay exactly where he was. Because that version of me has been running things for a long time. And Maybe something in me had finally had enough. So I'm making paintings, 22 of them, each one based on a dream. Not illustrations exactly, interpretations. The feeling of the dream more than the literal image of it. The atmosphere. The specific dread of a horse that has decided today is your last day and it has a plan about it. I've been sitting on this material for 15 years. The dreams, the symbolism, the moments they marked. And it felt like if I was ever going to do something with all of that, the time was now. And that's what this series is. Each video is a painting, and each painting is a dream. And each dream is a moment in my life where something in me was ready to change, even when I wasn't. I don't know exactly what they're going to look like when they're done. That's part of it. I don't have this all figured out. That's not what this is. Even though I don't dream of the murder horses anymore, I know the work isn't done. I'm still being asked to move. I'm still figuring out what that means. So I let them work upon me in daylight. As I paint about them killing me, I bring them to life. The murder horses came for a reason, and I think the reason was this. So if you want to see where this goes, join me. The horses are coming, and this time, we run with them. If you want to follow along between videos, new work, process updates, local shows, I'm on Instagram and Ko-Fi. Links are on the screen and below. And if you want to own a piece of this series, prints will be available in my Etsy shop soon. If this resonated with you at all, please subscribe. There are 22 paintings to make, and I'm just getting started. Ba da ba.